Hey there, it's Greg T, and I'm just doing guess a quick tutorial on how and why to set up a Google account with the email address that you are using through your BNI Connect information in bio and in what you've input there. Basically, your BNI membership email. Reason being is, first off, that is usually the email that you're using for business, which as it should be, and that's perfect. However, in order to access a lot of the I guess the files, the sheets, and so on and so forth that we have available for our members here in this region, it is all kind of geared around the same emails that are used in BNI Connect. So you need a Google account with the same email. That's pretty much it. Now, what can get confusing, when you're doing logging in and stuff like that, and trying to find, different files, you may occasionally go to one and say it says you don't have access to this, or it's not uploaded, or hasn't been published. That's usually because you're logged in with a different Google account. Now, you can have multiple Google accounts. It's just making sure that you are using the correct one for access. And that would be the one, again, that is the same email address as you use or set up or have in BNI Connect. Now, let me show you how to kind of set that up quickly. Really simple. You go to google.com/account/about, or, you can do a search for Google account as well. As soon as you get to this page, it's the starting page, and you can either go to your Google account, but in this case, we're going to show you how to create one. So literally, there's the button, create an account. Click that button, and you notice it says, first name, last name, so forth. Now, this is just doing an automatic fill from one of my account. But here's what you're going to see. Okay, it says first name, last name, username. But notice the text link under that. Use my current email address instead. Click that button, and you can now use the email address that you have in BNI Connect, whatever that may be. Now, of course, if you've already set up a Google account with that email address, you don't need to worry about this. You just have to make sure that you are logged into that account. Now, I'm going to show you something in a little bit on where that just kind of expand a little bit, but this is just for the setup. So we put your name in, I'm going to say Greg, and I'm going to put here T, because that's the way most people know me. And, I can set up a Google account using many, many different things here. I can say, test at my support. How's this? My support site.ca, and actually make it Greg ad, because that is actually one of my domains. So we can do that. You put your password and stuff in, and then all you have to do is click next, and then you walk through the steps. Now, I'm not going to do that because I honestly don't want another Google account. I've got 5 or 6 as it is, but that is how you set that up. Once you're set up with that one that you've registered in BNI Connect, you will have access to all of the files that the role you may have in your chapter gives you. And you'll have access to all the ones that you're shared directly with that email address. It's a great way of, making sure that we have permissions set right for different roles and members. Now, sometimes if you are logged into the correct or with the correct email address, you may find pages that you don't have access to. Well, those are usually because those are not ones that are given permission to your current role in your chapter, such as so a visitor host wouldn't have access to renewal logs or renewal forms and mentorship reports and things like that. So that's your brief overview. Now I'm going to go into a second step just for people who might be struggling with some of the accesses and stuff like that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually pull my window down a little bit, and I want you to see something here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to go to the dashboard of BNISalberta.ca, because this is where people can go to, or a lot of our leadership can go to, and any single chapter and find out a lot of information. But here's the thing: if you haven't got the right permissions for some of this, you may not be able to access any of these files. And I'd like to show you how. So I'm going to scroll down or pull this down here, and you can see up in the top right-hand corner, I'm using the Google Chrome browser. You can see a picture there, and that's a picture of me, and that is my gregertainment@gmail.com login or Google account. As you can see, I've got many other profiles down below. I've got my overall BNI, that's a BNI Canada one. I've got the BNI Alberta, that's for admin. I've got another BNI one, that's a different one altogether for, again, another BNI one. I've got my personal one. This is my my personal and direct one as a managing director of BNI Alberta South. I have the Greg at the Image Stop. I have two more or three more here too, or two more, sorry, two more that are under other accounts as well. Now, if I happen to be, and let's use the reviews one, I'm just going to go here and let's see here. Oh, that may not be the correct one. It's not logging in properly. So let's go to the Greg T. Now it's popping up in a new thing. I'm going to say continue with. Oh, that's, why is it going to Asana? This is interesting. Not sure why that. Oh, I see what happened. It's actually going into a different account here. So a different window that I had something set up at. My apologies. So I just want to switch to something. I'm going to switch to my BNI Alberta.ca. You notice it is actually opening up that in a new window. So they say, oh no, I wanted to go back here. Well, because of it being a new account, what ends up happening is it opens a new window because Google Chrome that operates almost like every window you open is a different account. So this one is not connected to any of the windows I have over here, and vice versa. You'll see here that, I have tabs for this account. This one has no tabs because it's a different user. So each time it operates as a different user. So until I, unless I switch that, say go to my image stop one, and it's opening another new one yet again. Now let's try something just out of curiosity. If I go here into, and I'm just going to go to my own chapter, BNI Optimum. I immediately go into, here's the Optimum one. I'm not going to go to anything, that's, private or anything like that. But you can see here, it goes to my applications dashboard. Well, that's because I have access with this user account for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the URL. I'm going to go back over to the one here for my image stop one, and I'm going to paste that in there. And if I see that, it says it's an error. Well, we just looked. It's not an error because it does exist. It's all set. The reason is I don't have access to that page with this account. So in order to do this right, I would have to go here to this one, make sure I'm logged into the right account. In fact, if I go to this one here, and I can go and say, okay, let's paste that URL there, go in, and that one's going to show, oh, look at that. I do have access and it works well on that one. So if you're having struggles, that may be why. So I hope that makes sense. If you have any further questions, do reach out, Greg T at BNISalberta.ca. And yeah, take care and to your success, eh?